Quest and Tia Black High on Life on the way in just a bit, but I've been waiting all week to chat to this guy. Eldrid Jordaan, welcome to GoodHope FM, man. Welcome to Weekend Breakfast.
AB, thanks, man. It's great being on the show. It's like a party.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. On a Saturday morning. If it's too early for you, you're probably too old.
I'm not.
So, Eldrid, just to put people in perspective, you are an advisory board member for Mxit.
Yeah.
And that's what we're chatting about this morning. In fact, we're actually going to be reminiscing a little bit to begin with.
Going back in time.
Yeah. For a lot of people, you know, Mxit was a platform to sort of chat, especially for teenagers. You didn't have a lot of money. You know, you wanted to chat, you wanted to keep in touch with your friends, and also with your boyfriend or girlfriend, you know.
Or your husband or your wife.
Or your husband or your wife, exactly. Or your mistress, not going there. But it has been around, and seeing as though we're celebrating 20 years of democracy, 20 years of inspiration, and everything proudly South African, Mxit, we can proudly say, is not only proudly South African, but proudly Cape Townian.
Yeah, Stellenbosch. So, I mean, started in 1994 in the high schools of Mitchell's Plain.
Yes.
And it's like one kid went to Durban and it just blew up.
Yes.
I think in about 12 months we saw it grow to like 1 million users.
Wow.
Today we're sitting at 7.4 million users. Still the largest active users.
Yeah.
Still the largest social media network within South Africa.
So compared to Facebook and Twitter, Mxit is on...
Well, I mean... Facebook, I mean, obviously uses mobile, uses smartphones, uses PCs, and obviously if you take that into account, they obviously a lot larger than us. But for mobile, we are the biggest. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So because not everybody has the luxury of a smartphone.
Well, in the South African mobile context, I mean, 85% of all phones are feature phones.
And what does that mean, feature phones?
Well, feature phones means it's a phone that has internet connectivity, but obviously not as a smartphone. You know, so Facebook and Twitter basically focus for smartphones.
Yeah.
And Mxit obviously its core is feature phones. We're growing at a phenomenal rate. We even just launched India about 2 months ago, where that market has 900 million users, and 500 million is feature phones.
Okay. So that speaks for itself.
Gary Kirsten is our ambassador there,
Yeah.
obviously being the Indian cricket coach now,
Yeah.
and won them the World Cup. For just phenomenal growth out there.
Wow, that is, you know, so a lot of people still ask if it's still around, but now you know that it is, and how far, where it's come from, to where it is now. What are the changes that have taken place over the years?
Sure. So, I mean, Mxit started out as this chat service, but now we're seeing a totally different Mxit. Mxit, you are able to... I think the biggest thing about Mxit is that we've developed a smartphone experience on a feature phone.
Wow.
So I mean, you can get live tweet feeds, even though your feature phone doesn't allow for it, you can get it through Mxit.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, that is like crazy. So obviously chat is still like the massive big thing.
Yeah.
But obviously, I mean, now you're able to buy airtime, you buy electricity, you can play games, and obviously I think the biggest thing is the social aspect where there's education on there. You can see if you're a pregnant mother where in that development you are, and you can get advice.
Wow.
It's just gone crazy.
What about, because back in the day, obviously, you had just people chatting to each other.
Sure.
But now I see there's apps coming out as well in Mxit. What is that about? Because I believe Danny K has his own sort of Mxit app.
Well, I mean, this is I think the great thing about Mxit, that you're able not to just do chats, but there's this app functionality in there. So whatever you're looking for, if it's a live chat with a celeb like EBI that is just going to be launching his own app soon.
Shameless plug. There we go.
Or if it's Danny K. the one thing about Mxit, I think that is really, really great is this engagement factor. We
Yeah.
see about 95 minutes per day being spent on this platform. So engagement is a massive, massive factor. And they use these apps to engage with, whether it be with a Coca-Cola, whether it be with a love life around HIV,
Yeah.
or whether it's about chatting to your mom or
Yeah.
your wife or your girlfriend. That's what it's about.
Okay, chatting to Eldrid Jordaan, advisory board member for Mxit, 18 minutes to 9. This is GoodHope FM Weekend Breakfast with EBI. Just to wrap things up for us here, Eldrid, where does Mxit want to go in the future?
All right, so again, I mean, we just this week launched the new version of Mxit. We on a serious growth path. I think Mxit's biggest issue before was we never marketed Mxit. It never needed any marketing. So now, obviously, with these big players like WhatsApp, Facebook, and Twitter coming on, it's important for us to show that we are still relevant. We are around. We are still the biggest thing out there.
Yeah.
So we just want to grow, and I think more importantly, and we just want to change people's lives with what we are basically doing, and not just be a posting tool.
Yes, exactly.
Which is what we feel Twitter and Facebook is about.
Wow. So that's something to be proud of.
Connecting people and changing people's lives.
You know what? And that ties in with GoodHope FM because we connect in Cape Town.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Eldrid, for chatting to us this morning. Questa and Tia Black, High on Life. That is on the way next.